TheTrustedLab.com.
Texting rolls you into recurring automated text messages. Message and data rates may apply. If you're a man over 40, listen up because this could impact how much you're getting done during the day and at night. Here's the harsh reality. Once you hit 40, your body has less testosterone. You probably already know this and may have even tried a testosterone supplement that did nothing for you. Here's the good news. Nugenix, the #1 selling free testosterone booster at GNC, has changed the game again with Nugenix Total T, their most powerful man-boosting formula ever, because it boosts your free testosterone and your total testosterone. Nugenix Total T helps provide even more energy, performance, testosterone, and muscle-boosting ingredients for even better results. And right now, you can get a complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Just text HIM to 321321. Offer is not available in stores, so text HIM to 321321 right now. Get better results in the boardroom and the bedroom with Nugenix Total T. To get your complimentary bottle, text HIM to 321321. That's HIM to 321321.
Here come the Texans.
This is Tarleton State University President Dr. James Hurley, and I would like to invite you to be part of the Texans' historic move to NCAA Division I. Join Tarleton this spring for our inaugural season in the Western Athletic Conference as we raise the stakes and face off with some of the nation's best. Into the spotlight and onto the national stage. Here come the Texans. For information about Tarleton athletic game dates and tickets, go to tarletonsports.com.
This Hot Sports Opinion segment is brought to you by In-N-Out Burger.
The wise man once said, change is the only constant. He must have never had an In-N-Out double-double. 2 classic juicy patties and cheese melted just so. Each consistently delicious because we have consistently high standards. How's that for a change?
This ticker brought to you by Smith Thompson Home Security. The Dallas Stars have one more game on home ice before they hit the road for North Carolina. Looks like 22-year-old netminder Jake Ottinger will make his first NHL start tonight. This is what head coach Rick Bowness said about the situation went on with the hard line yesterday.
Jake will play this week. He's going to play. There's no way Dobie can play every game for the next couple of months until Bish comes back. And the plan is for Jake to play, and you will see Jake this week.
And that is happening tonight. No Blake Como or Captain Jamie Benn again this evening. Puck drops at 7:30 here on the ticket. Pregame at 7 o'clock. The Utah Jazz have now won 11 games in a row, knocking off the Mavericks in Salt Lake City last night. Dallas will get another shot tomorrow night as they have game 2 with Utah at 9 o'clock. The Houston Texans have hired David Culley to become their next head coach. The 65-year-old has 27 seasons as a coach in the league with the Buccaneers, Steelers, Eagles, Chiefs, Bills, and Ravens. And Deshaun Watson has formally requested a trade out of Houston. This apparently happened a couple of weeks ago, but is making news today. Watson reportedly hadn't spoken to new Texans GM Nick Caserio nor executive Jack Easterby. That is the Ticket Ticker. I'm Julie Dobbs on Sports Radio 96.7 and 1310 The Ticket.
It's the Ranch Report with David Moore of SportsDay.com and the Dallas Morning News with the uncensored scoop on the Cowboys. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings on the Musers at 9:35. Brought to you by Frisco Fighters Indoor Football Team and Sports Radio 96.7 and 1310. The Ticket.
Soroy will host a game show of Rank That, whatever it is. What the hell am I talking about? Rank That will happen here at 11:30, but now it's time for Let Me Tell You a Story, and here is my man Norm.
I stumbled across this story, and I hope you all will really enjoy this. It is the story of a career lost to a higher calling. We've just had the Hall of Fame vote. No one got in this year in baseball. But this player, Cecil Travis, has never been on the ballot for the Baseball Writers Association of America. And, Donnie, I'm going to guess that you and Mike don't know that name at all.
No, sir.
Travis.
Never heard of him.
Okay, I didn't know it either. Let me tell you his story. He was the youngest of 10 children on a farm in rural Georgia, Riverdale. Boy, he could play baseball. And there was talk that when he got out of high school, he could go to Georgia Tech to play baseball if he wanted. But he instead decided to go to the Tubby Watson Baseball Academy. Donnie, let me suggest to you that names like that are disappearing in sports. Nobody has a Tubby Watson Baseball Academy anymore.
I think we may need to bring it back. Tubby Watson. That's a great name.
At 16, Cecil Travis signs with the minor league Chattanooga Lookouts. And he tore it up. And then a year or so down the road, the Washington Senators purchased his contract, but they let him stay at Chattanooga, where at 19 years old, he hit .356. All right. In 1933, Washington then called him up as an injury fill-in for 18 games. What did Cecil Travis do in his first game? He got 5 hits. Still the major league record for most hits in a debut game by a baseball player. But after 18 games, they sent him back to the minors because the injured player, a really good third baseman named Oscar Palucci, he was back. And despite the fact that Cecil Travis hit .302, he was back in the minors. But Donovan, 1934, he was back full-time, baby. And he hit .313. And the next year, he hit .319 as they moved him in shortstop. And then he hit .318. And then he hit .317. You get a little consistency feeling here, Donnie, do? Then he cranked it up. He hit .344 and .335 in 1939, despite the fact that during the season he had 2 different cases of influenza. He played on, but his average slipped to .292. But in 1940, Donnie, he's back as an all-star, hitting .322. And in 1941, he hits .359. Only Ted Williams, remember that miracle season of Williams where he hit .406? That's the only thing that keeps Cecil Travis from winning the batting title. By the way, in that year, Donnie, 101 RBIs, 106 runs scored, 39 doubles, and a league-high 218 hits. Are you wondering why you never heard about Cecil Travis, Donnie?
Sounds like he was a great hitter.
Me too. What happens after the 1941 baseball season? Japan attacks Pearl Harbor. And at 27 years old, Cecil Travis is drafted into the military. Now, other players have had their careers interrupted by the military. Ted Williams, Stan Musial, Bob Feller, Joe DiMaggio. He would miss the 1942 season and the 1943 season and the 1944 season. At that point, Donnie, he's in the 76th Infantry Division, marching toward Germany. He winds up on the front lines of the historic Battle of the Bulge. That's where Germany, one last gasp, gathers its forces and attacks the Allied lines in the regions of Belgium and Luxembourg. The idea for Germany here at the Battle of the Bulge was to just attack like crazy and split the Allied lines, force their way through. Then they could turn to one side and corner some of the Allied forces to the north. That was their plan anyway. This is the winter of 1944-1945. In the Battle of the Bulge, Donnie, killed, captured, or missing 89,500 Americans, 98,000 Germans. But Cecil Travis was a survivor. He lived through the Battle of the Bulge. He said that winter, by the way, the Battle of the Bulge went on 40 days, Donnie. Cecil Travis said It was the cold that got us. We just shivered all through the night. I'll never forget the cold as long as I live. He comes back to America, but the cold had taken its toll, Donnie. He has severe frostbite. Military doctors were able to avoid amputating any of his toes or his feet. He gets a Bronze Star. And by the end of the 1945 season, at age 32, Cecil Travis is back in the major leagues. But he really isn't, Donnie. Those years away to the war, and the frostbitten feet especially. He doesn't even look like Cecil Travis. He hits 241. The next year, in a full season in the major leagues, 1946, he hits 252. He's a part-time player in 1947. But after 74 games, he was convinced he could no longer play. He said, I wasn't helping the ball club, so I just gave up. But before he left, the Washington Senators held Cecil Travis Day at Griffith Stadium. And there, in attendance to honor him, was General Dwight David Eisenhower, who had been the commanding forces at the Battle of the Bulge. They showered him with gifts: a new DeSoto car, a 15-pound Hereford bull, and that was it for Cecil Travis. Donnie, he finishes his career as the third highest batting average ever among shortstops at 314. His career on-base slugging and on-base plus slugging ops is almost identical to Robin Yount and Cal Ripken. The people who study baseball say that through 27 years old, he was most similar to Hall of Fame second baseman Billy Herman, Hall of Fame shortstop Joe Sewell, and Hall of Fame second baseman Eddie Collins. Cecil Travis turned down an offer from the Senators to manage the minor leagues. He returned to his family farm in Riverdale, Georgia, where he lived to age 93, dying in 2006. Tom Brokaw spotlighted him in his book, The Greatest Generation. And Cecil Travis said of his life and what had happened to him, baseball is only a game. I did the right thing, and I'm proud of that. That's today's story about Cecil Travis.
Thank you, Norm. We'll have Rank That coming up next, right here on The Ticket.
This is The Ticket. All sports all the time. AF, plus all that implies. Our guys are unapologetic when it comes to their hot sports opinions. And when bringing the funny, we don't care about being PC.
You guys care about the rules?
No. The Ticket is the original and genuine North Texas sports station. And Texans know how to separate real talk from made-up fake sports debates. Sorry, we don't make the rules. We break them, just like we have every day for the last 27 years. On Sports Radio 96.7 and 1310, The Ticket.
Have you ever wondered why eyeglasses cost so much? Glasses have been around 700 years. Isn't technology supposed to get less expensive over time? Well, there's a simple explanation. For decades, the eyewear industry has been dominated by a single company that's kept prices artificially high while reaping huge profits.
Yikes.
Warby Parker was created to change that. They design and produce their own eyewear and then sell it directly to you for a fraction of the price. Warby Parker's high-quality glasses start at just $95, including your prescription. And if you need an updated prescription, they've got a few easy ways to help you get one. Just go to warbyparker.com to try 5 pairs of frames for free. They'll ship them to you to try out for 5 days. If you find a style you like, they'll send you a fresh pair with your prescription. Easy. Go to warbyparker.com to pick your 5 frames to try on at home for free. That's warbyparker.com to get started for free. warbyparker.com.
We make USAA insurance for veterans like James, a former drill instructor made of high expectations. When he got into a fender bender and called his old insurance company, he got the runaround. That's when his Marine buddy told James about USAA.
They have my back.
James realized he was paying too much for bad service and said,
It's time to switch.
he called USAA right away. Our agents took the time to understand his needs, put in the work to get him the right coverage, and even found him some serious savings. USAA insurance is made the way James needs it, all squared away, with savings that meet even his standards. Switch and you could save with USAA Auto Insurance. Get a quote today at usaa.com/auto. USAA. What you're made of, we're made for. Ability to receive a quote depends on membership eligibility. Membership eligibility and product restrictions apply and are subject to change. USAA means United Services Automobile Association and its affiliates.
Take your romance game to a whole new level this Valentine's with Diamonds Direct's most popular offer ever. 5 years, 0 interest financing on any purchase happening right now. You know jewelry is the perfect gift to celebrate your love. And with this incredible offer, you can afford to go big. Like a $12,000 diamond tennis bracelet, just $200 a month. Or an $8,000 pair of diamond earrings, just $134 a month. Diamonds Direct has teamed up with the world's top jewelry designers for an expanded selection of Valentine's surprises for any budget. Romantic gifts starting as low as $400. Rings, earrings, pendants, bands, colored gemstones. The guaranteed largest selection, highest quality, and always the best value. Whether you shop in store or online at DiamondsDirect.com. Make this the most memorable Valentine's ever with 5 years, 0 interest financing on any purchase, including engagement rings. Now through Valentine's Day. Celebrate your love at Diamonds Direct.
On Preston Road and in Frisco at Stonebriar Mall.
We finished the race strong. #1 Chevy Silverado and Tahoe dealer in the nation. Time to reset. Let's make 2021 our best year ever. America's largest selection. Shop ClassicChevrolet.com. Find new roads based on 2020 GM registrations.
This is Dr. T.O. Sorial, host of Inside Sports Medicine. Please join me every Saturday morning from 6 to 8 a.m. on Sports Radio 96.7 and 1310 The Ticket. Join me and my guests as we discuss current sports medicine topics and how they relate to you and your family.
Dr. Soriel takes your calls and answers your questions on Inside Sports Medicine every Saturday morning from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. on Sports Radio 96.7 and 1310 The Ticket. That's Inside Sports Medicine every Saturday morning from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. on Sports Radio 96.7 and 1310 The Ticket.
Well, how do? Old Rusty wants to get the year off to a shiny start. We's having a drawing on January 31st. When you buy a new car or truck from Ficton County Fine Cars this month, you'll get registered to win the FFA Blue Ribbon Sow Pig, donated by Buzzard Gulch High Schooler Nadine Play Center. This 300-pounder named Louise will be mighty tasty. Or a fine house pet. Here's Charlie. Thank you, Metroplex, for making Metrododge Chrysler Jeep Ram the #1 volume dealer for the 6th year in a row. We are celebrating another year on top by announcing the Try Something New sales event throughout January. The 2021 Ram truck is once again the Motor Trend Truck of the Year for the 3rd straight year. See discounts on all 150 Ram trucks at MetroAuto.com. New Jeep Grand Cherokees are available at 0% for 84 months, and new Wranglers are discounted thousands of dollars. No hidden accessories or non-qualifying rebates. The same price from quote to delivery. We simply do it better at Metter.
This Hot Sports Opinion segment is brought to you by In-N-Out Burger.
The wise man once said, change is the only constant. He must have never had an In-N-Out double-double. 2 classic juicy patties and cheese melted just so. Each consistently delicious because we have consistently high standards. How's that for a change? For the first time ever, a team gets to play the Super Bowl in their home stadium. It's the Buccaneers and the Chiefs in Tampa Bay for Super Bowl 55, Sunday, February 7th on The Tick. Brought to you by Southwest Kia and only on Sports Radio 96.7 and 1310 The Ticket. This segment brought to you by the Saute Center for Healing, Mike.
Thank you, Jer. City Credit Union, your Dallas